care about being politically correct at this point. President Obama, you don't love America?
That is C.J. Pearson, the 12-year-old conservative who made headlines back in February with a viral video that questioned President Obama's love of the United States. Now, the Georgia boy is pressing charges after receiving death threats for one of his latest messages. This time the issue is on the Supreme Court ruling on same-sex marriage. C.J. decided to comment on how actor George Takei went after Justice Clarence Thomas. Watch this.
He accused him of putting on a blackface and being a clown. I'm sick and tired of the left calling us racist, calling us bigots, and calling us people who don't care about black people. But yet, when they say that someone's going on blackface, then, well, it's A-okay.
That set off one Twitter user who sent a series of threatening tweets to the 12-year-old, including this one, quote, "I pray your fam is next to be killed." She has since apologized, but the damage was already done. The Pearsons apparently are filing charges. Catherine Timpf is a reporter for National Review and a Fox News contributor. Kat, how did we get here? This is a 12-year-old, and, you know, he says, I'm not worried about being politically correct. That's one of the great things about being 12. You don't worry too much about those kinds of things. But this grown woman posting statements that, most people would feel are pretty threatening.
Definitely, and she did apologize, but she also complained on her Twitter saying, the conservative society is terrorizing me. You just verbally abused a 12-year-old boy. He called her stupid or something like that. She, on the other hand, threatened to want his entire family dead, said he was praying for his family to be killed. That's a lot further there. I don't know who's terrorizing who, but it's so generally accepted that bullying on Twitter is a conservative thing that I guess she thought that people would take her side, but it really is a pathetic thing and a mean thing.
Well, and apparently she said something like, these are attributed to her Twitter account. We wish we could switch Trayvon's life for yours. And she said that the GOP had to formally denounce this 12-year-old kid or else, quote, otherwise we go for the lawsuit.
What does that even mean?
I'm a lawyer, and I'm not really sure what kind of charges she would be filing against the GOP for C.J. Pearson making his own comments.
Right. Any 12-year-old who has an opinion, the GOP needs to take action and denounce all the 12-year-olds who say they're conservatives. And I don't know. She's a crazy person. It's more of a crazy thing that's people threatening people on Twitter, but a lot of people act like it's a conservative thing. I know I certainly get it from people who say they're feminist or liberal or tolerant. Oh, you're, blank, blank, beep, beep, stupid stuff I can't say on TV because you're a conservative woman. They'll call themselves feminists. Really, the feminist thing would be to respect my point of view as a woman, regardless of what it is. But that's the same kind of thing we see all the time.
Well, you mentioned her apology, so we want to make sure that we have this out there. She said, I'm actually deeply ashamed of the horrible statements that I made. And he has said that he appreciates her apology, and he, as a Christian, he for the best. She says, the right wing will not stop attacking me, but please know I never threatened him or his family. We've read what is attributed to her. She says, now my life and my family's lives are being threatened.
Right. Well, you just said you wanted this kid's whole family dead. So how dare you complain about that? Did she not think people would know that? She said she didn't mean have any ill intentions. I'd really hate to see what she says when she does have ill intentions. I think praying for your family's death is pretty much the definition of ill will.
Well, and I just never understand how people don't understand the concept that this is, first of all, it's out there forever. You can delete the tweets. It's out there forever. But this is public. I mean, people are going to see you going after a 12-year-old child. And as you said, he had some pretty tough language himself.
Yeah.
But apparently he's going to press charges, so we'll see what happens.
You're allowed to call people stupid. You're not allowed to threaten people's families' lives.
That's the difference. All right, Kat, good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Up next.